Why did I have to be sick?
Oh, I haven't checked the last video. Guess I should probably. Oh, a little divisive. Well,
Alright, try this one on for size, big boy.
By the way, YouTube says about 90% of you guys aren't subscribed. Watched the last video, or one of my previous videos, and came back for this one. Why not subscribe? Came back anyway. Back to the video. Now picture this. World on the brink of collapse, where humanity teeters edge of extinction, continually battling not just monsters, but also its own moral inconsistencies and biases. Oh, but good this time. Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, an underappreciated hidden gem that masterfully intertwines hope and horror. This anime plunges into a steampunk world reminiscent of Meiji-era Japan, where the line between humanity and monster blur. We'll dive deep into the themes of humanity, survival, and societal structure that makes this series unforgettable, and talk a little bit about why this show is what AOT could have been. Released in 2016 by Wit Studios, the animators of Attack on Titans, seasons 1 to 3. So, about when the anime was good but getting worse. Wit Studio, the animators behind Kabaneri, are also the animators of Attack on Titan, but as mentioned, they dropped the series after season 3. This was due to a number of factors. Among them, Wit was overworked and underpaid by even the harsh standards of most anime studios. Not only that, but from interviews, which were deleted after Wit dropped the show due to legal reasons, the animators were unhappy with the direction the series was going, which also contributed to the dropping of the anime. It seems they saw the writing on the wall for the disaster of an ending they were brewing, but Wit picked up Kabaneri and from what I could find, never had an issue with workload or payment while working for the mangaka. Set against the backdrop of a historical period rife with change, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress draws inspiration from the Meiji-era Japan, a time marked by rapid technological advancement and conflict. The series presents a unique premise. Humans are not just fighting for their lives against the Kabane, zombie-like creatures born from the dead, but also waging an internal battle for the resources and untainted land. Oh, but Zed, you said you hated Marley from Attack on Titan, and that it ruined the series. Yes I did, and I still stand by that, because AOT was framed as a story just about humanity's survival. Kabaneri reveals the internal conflict in the very first episode, staying internally consistent with itself. Produced by Wit Studios, known for its stunning visuals and captivating storytelling, the anime showcases not only breathtaking animation, but an unforgettable score by Hiroki Sawano, which you've probably been hearing throughout this video so far. His music elevated the tension and emotion throughout the series. At the heart of the series is Akuma, a brave yet tormented protagonist who undergoes a harrowing transformation. From a human striving to protect his fellow citizens, he evolves into a Kabaneri, symbolizing the struggle of clinging to one's humanity in the face of corruption. Akuma's motivations are deeply intertwined with his longing for acceptance and his thirst for vengeance against the Kabane. Akuma is essentially Eren if Eren remained internally consistent to his character, not changing with the winds of Visayama's likes and dislikes. Often what I believe to be one of the most overlooked aspects of any story is the impact that the protagonist has within it. I bring up the matter of protagonist being an extremely important aspect of the story because I want to talk in depth about our two protagonists and discuss why Akuma is a much better and more reliable character than Eren. So we're going to start with Eren. Eren Yeager's journey begins in a world besieged by titans, massive humanoid creatures that threaten human existence. Eren dreams of freedom beyond the walls that confine humanity, motivated by vengeance after witnessing brutal unalivings of his mother and friends at the hands of these monsters. His character arc is driven by themes of rage, revenge, and ultimately, existential dread. On the other hand, Akuma starts as a young man determined to fight back against the Kabane, the monstrous dead that threaten humanity in Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Unlike Eren, Akuma's motivation is not solely vengeance, it's that he embodies resilience, a spirit of innovation, and a desire to protect his friends. His transformation into a Kabaneri, a hybrid of human and Kabane, serves not only to amplify his power, but to challenge his identity as a human. Eren's character development takes a drastic turn in Attack on Titan's later season. Initially, readers and viewers resonate with his powerful desire for justice and freedom. However, as the series progresses, he becomes increasingly consumed by darkness and the consequences of his violent actions. He manifests traits of a tyrant, leading to moral ambiguity that fans and myself struggle with. Eren's ultimate transformation into a villain, driven by a tragic destiny, leaves a bittersweet taste and raises questions about the cost of freedom. In contrast, Akuma's story is characterized by growth through adversity. After becoming a Kabaneri, he wrestles with his new identity, the loss of loved one, and the responsibilities of leadership. Throughout Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, Akuma exhibits personal growth, moving from a narrow focus on vengeance to embracing the value of life and collective struggle for survival. His journey emphasizes compassion and sacrifice, resonating deeply with me as I appreciate the complexity of his moral choices but also the intelligence of them. Akuma's ultimate acceptance and understanding of his role highlights his transformation effectively and poignantly. While Attack on Titan explores deep themes of power, freedom, and the cycle of hatred, the increasingly convoluted narrative often detracts from Eren's personal journey. I find it challenging to engage with Eren's eventual choices due to the overwhelming grimness and his moral ambiguity that he tries to hold himself to, which can overshadow the emotional investment established within him in earlier seasons. Conversely, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress centers around themes of human connection, hope in the face of despair, and the importance of fighting for one's humanity. Akuma's relationships with others, his friends, his mentor, and the people he strives to protect foster a sense of community and solidarity, especially within the train. And it's something I can invest emotionally in because Akuma's journey, despite the tragedy and horror surrounding him, offers a glimmer of hope and the possibility of redemption. And while both Eren and Akuma are compelling characters within their respective narratives, Akuma's journey in Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress emerges as more relatable and fulfilling. His personal growth, thematic depth, and emphasis on compassion provide a narrative experience that resonates deeply with me. As we reflect on their stories, Eren's is a depressing tale of the worst side of humanity exposed in the daylight. However, Akuma's themes of hope burn brightly, show the best sides of humanity when put to the absolute limit and test. Then there's Mume, the fierce warrior who grapples with her own identity. Her relationship with Akuma serves as a poignant exploration of duality, the struggle between embracing one's monstrous side and retaining humanity. She embodies the series' core conflict: what does it truly mean to be human? Unlike Mikasa, Mume is allowed to disagree and stand against Akuma and ideals, and is allowed to slowly see the more human perspectives that Akuma preaches, coming to understand him and him coming to understand her throughout the core of the series. Mume is introduced as an exceptional fighter, known for her strength, agility, and determination. Emerging as a Kabaneri, she is not only a hybrid of human and Kabane, but also embodies resilience and a fierce will to protect those around her. While her character is marked by tragedy, Mume uses her experiences to forge her own path, advocating for her beliefs and fighting for her friends and humanity's survival. Mikasa Ackerman's character is central to the narrative of Attack on Titan. Initially portrayed as a fierce protector of Eren, her story unfolds against a backdrop of tragedy and loss. Although Mikasa exhibits incredible strength and skill, her identity and motivations become heavily intertwined with Eren's journey, often reducing her agency to that of a loyal companion rather than an independent character. Mume's arc is a continuous journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Rather than being defined by her tragic past, Mume evolves through her experiences and the relationships she builds with others. Her determination to protect her friends and her quest for meaning in a chaotic world allow her to grow not only as a warrior, but as a person. By the end of Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, Mume stands as a symbol of strength and proactive force against the Kabane, advocating bravery and inspiring those around. In stark contrast, Mikasa struggles with her identity throughout Attack on Titan. Initially portrayed as an equal partner alongside Eren and Armin, her narrative quickly shifts towards a role that is defined by her attachment to Eren. This dependency diminishes her agency, and her motivations become clouded by her need to protect him, often at the expense of her own desires and goals. While Mikasa showcases strength and skill in battle, her character arc reinforcing her primarily as a protector rather than an agent of her own destiny. We see this when Mikasa is forced to kill Eren regardless of how she actually wanted to go about the exchange. Mumei's story emphasizes self-reliance, resilience, and the importance of fighting for one's conviction. Her character challenges norms by displaying traits such as bravery, leadership, and independence, rather than focusing on romantic relationships. Kabaneri and the Iron Fortress puts Mumei's friendships and camaraderie in the forefront, reflecting a narrative that empowers women to be multifaceted characters who shape their own destinies. While Attack on Titan explores themes of survival, sacrifice, and moral complexity, Mikasa's evolution is often constrained by her identity as Aaron's protector and later executioner. The narrative leans into tropes of romantic obsession, which negatively impact the agency of Mikasa as a character. This portrayal reinforces negative stereotypes and represents Mikasa as a more traditional and arguably limiting view of a female character in an anime. While both Mumei and Mikasa are strong female characters, Mumei's journey in Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress stands as a beacon of empowerment and independence. On the other hand, Mikasa's narrative in Attack on Titan highlights an unfortunate trend of making female anime characters more stereotypical and standard to the typical anime format. As we explore these narratives, it becomes very clear that Mumei is allowed to shine in individuality, making mistakes and downfalls, of course, along the way, but learning from them. However, Mikasa is forced to either always be perfect or never do anything. And while both of these characters share a romance subplot, Mumei's is developed slowly throughout the course of the series, and Mikasa is immediately obsessed with Eren throughout the entire thing. We see the reason why Mumei falls in love with who she does. It's because they work together throughout almost every episode. They grow a tight, close bond between the two of them. Mikasa is just obsessed with Armin from the very first episode. Our journey is also shaped by a decently well-rounded cast of supporting characters. Takumi serves as a relatable representation of the average man in Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Initially depicted as an ordinary human surrounded by extraordinary circumstances, he embodies the struggle and resilience of everyday people facing insurmountable challenges in this world. His character showcases quick thinking, especially in critical moments. He often devises innovative solutions to unexpected problems when survival is on the line. For instance, during intense battle scenes, Takumi demonstrates bravery that belies his initial portrayal as an average citizen. Despite his fears and hesitations, he steps up to protect those around him, showcasing not only his growth, but what it truly means to be courageous. Fear, but still acting regardless. His evolution from a hesitant survivor to a proactive participant in the fight against the Bane serves as a powerful narrative arc, highlighting that heroism can emerge from the most unlikely of individuals. He almost fulfills the place of Armin in the story, only if Armin had stayed loyal to his friends and not chased the love of a homicidal maniac who game-ended multiple of his friends and comrades. Yeah, I'll never get over that. I hate Armin. Yukina stands out as an exemplary strong female character. Unlike many female characters in anime who often fall into stereotypes, Yukina is portrayed as a capable and fierce individual with depth. She's resourceful, exhibiting a combination of intelligence and combat skill that makes her a key player in the story. Throughout the series, Yukina constantly proves her worth, taking on leadership roles and making critical decisions during crises. Unlike Annie, Yukina is not a bloodthirsty maniac from a faction of Marlians. Viva serves as the primary antagonist in Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, playing a significant role in driving the conflict and tension of the series. His character is complex, embodying themes of ambition and power while polarizing the audience with ruthless methods. Viva believes in the idea of transcending humanity through strength, which leads him to pursue a dangerous agenda that threatens both the living and the Kabaneri. Unlike straightforward villains, Viva presents a morally ambiguous stance that raises questions about the cost of survival and the nature of humanity itself. His charisma and intellect make him a formidable opponent, and his interactions with the main characters add layers to the narrative as they confront not only physical threats, but also ideological ones. By embodying the darker aspects of humanity's struggle against despair, Viva serves as a compelling foil to the protagonists, challenging them on their own beliefs and motivations in the face of chaos. Ultimately, Viva's plans are insane and detrimental to those around him. You can still see in some ways why he is pursuing them. He's a single, broken man who's attempting to change the world through flawed methods and ideologies. He's a character who truly believes he's doing the right thing, unlike Marley, who knows what they're doing ultimately benefits no one, not even themselves, and are just doing it out of rational hate and spite. Thematically, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress stands as a masterclass in balancing survival with humanity. As the characters battle the relentless Kabane, they confront their innermost fears and desires, grappling with what it means to hold onto their humanity amidst overwhelming adversity. In contrast, Attack on Titan often convolutes its themes with political intrigue, leading to muddled character motivations and a lack of clear moral grounding. Kabaneri, however, remains focused on the core struggle for survival and the human spirit in the face of overwhelming odds. The train itself, the Iron Fortress, serves as a metaphor for safety and the constructs of society, representing fear of the Kabane, fear of the unknown. Yet, within these steel walls, the series challenges us to question, how safe are we really, and overshadowed by fear? This is one of the quiet themes I love so much, never feeling a need to shove it into your face like a certain cycle of hate. Conflict between technology and nature is an ever-present motif. The steam-powered train symbolizes human innovation, yet it stands in stark contrast to the primal instincts of the Kabane, blurring the lines between progression and destruction within the anime. Artistically, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress enthralls through its striking animation and meticulous art direction. The character designs are rich and intricate, mirroring their personalities and internal struggles, while dynamic action sequences keep the viewers on the edge of their seats, adding urgency to each scene. By comparison, even the stunning visuals of most of the scenes in Attack on Titan sometimes get lost by its layered narrative, where these intense moments can feel overshadowed by excessive exposition or long drawn-out speeches. The color palette of Kabaneri is dominated by dark tones interspersed with vivid splashes of red, capturing the visceral themes of life and death and vitality. Each frame amplifies the emotional weight of the narrative. While Attack on Titan uses color with intention, its heavy reliance on grays and muted browns can sometimes diminish the emotional impact of crucial scenes. Kabaneri's vibrant use of color enhances its storytelling, making the viewers feel more immersed within its world. Hiroyuki Sawano's score in Kabaneri is pivotal, infusing adrenaline and emotion into every moment. His compositions amplify the tension masterfully, ensuring that each cinematic scene resonates deeply with viewers. While Attack on Titan also features an impressive score, it can occasionally rely too heavily on grand orchestration at the expense of subtlety. In Kabaneri, the music enhances the individual character experiences, making their journeys personal and impactful. You feel their emotions as the music swells or dies. Sound design intricately weaves tension throughout the series. Each growl of the Kabane, the clinking of swords, and the roar of steam engines immerse us deep into this haunting world. The sound of a steam engine from the inside of the train is a constant reminder of the fact that there is an outside world that is dangerous to these people who reside within the Iron Fortress. Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress initially garnered acclaim for its stunning animation, emotional storytelling, and deep character exploration. However, despite its quality, the series struggled to make a significant cultural impact and was unfortunately overshadowed by the larger phenomenon of Attack on Titan. This disparity feels criminal, considering Kabaneri's unique take on themes of survival and humanity. They did them much better than Attack on Titan did. While Attack on Titan has spawned a few spin-offs, extensive merchandise, and an enduring fan base, Kabaneri has seen limited follow-up content, aside from the movie, which ended the series, making its brilliance all the more poignant. Its lack of spin-offs doesn't detract from its artistic value, rather, it highlights how a standalone narrative can often be much better than one seeking to branch out too far. Few merchandise items available reflect a missed opportunity to celebrate a series that blends genres and often offers a fresh perspective on the post-apocalyptic theme, one that deserves more recognition. In conclusion, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress transcends being merely an action-packed thrill ride. It challenges us to confront our identities and fears amid the chaos of survival. In contrast to Attack on Titan, which just shouts over and over again, "The world is cruel," in a pessimistic showing of edgy beliefs. Kabaneri maintains a clear and engaging storyline that resonates deeply with not just me, but the wider audience. As we navigate our tumultuous world, Kabaneri reflects on what it means to be human in the face of adversity. What are your thoughts on Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress? Do you believe it stands as a superior series compared to Attack on Titan like I do? Have you ever seen Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress? Will you now that you've seen this video? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I want to say again, thank you for watching. It was a little harder to record this one because I've been sick during the recording and editing process. So I just want to thank you very much for stopping in and watching. And hopefully by the time of recording and editing the next video, I'm feeling better. But yeah, thank you for coming back if you have. I hope to see you next time as well.